This is Daniel Mart, and today I'm going to be doing another review. This one is going to be for The Walking Dead, number 133, Impending Doom. So yeah, I'm two issues behind on The Walking Dead, hoping to go onto the shop this week, hopefully. And yeah, that's basically it for that. Before I begin, though, 10-second spoiler warning, as usual, for those who haven't yet to actually read the comic book and haven't already. Stop the video, go check it out, and then come back and watch the rest of this review. 10-second spoiler warning, as usual, starting now. Okay, so 10 seconds are up. So for those who have yet to actually watch, read this comic book and haven't already, please don't comment down below or be messaging me that I never gave you a fair warning, because as usual I did. So yeah, The Walking Dead number 133, Impending Doom. What did I think of it? As usual, quick synopsis, likes and dislikes, and the rate. So yeah, basically, it starts off with Carl, and he reads the note that Anna gave him in issue 128, 129, right before he left Alexandria to the hilltop. The girl gave him. It's pretty funny, it's typical girl note, not really like you being your friend or whatever, you're special, and your Carl Grimes, kind of treat him as a celebrity. It's pretty funny. And then she apologizes for her behavior on his going away party. So yeah, then you have with Andrea, they're discussing what's been going on, what's going on with the whole, and what went on with the whole war, kind of discussing the past of Alexandria, Hilltop, and Kingdom, the Saviors, all that. They're discussing the past and what happened during the war, and her relationship to Carl. You find out here that Rosita is pregnant with someone's baby. It's not Eugene, which is weird, but understandable, I guess. But Eugene is gonna treat it as his son, regardless. Then back to Carl, he gives a note to Rick, to give back to the girl. And then the more interesting part, well, all of it's interesting, but the better part, I have to say, Dante here with the Whisperers, he's at gunpoint saying, don't shoot, what are you guys about, who are you guys, what's going on here. He says that you're gonna fear us, we're gonna hunt you guys down, and you're gonna fear us. And then it's left kind of ambiguous, kind of as if he died. Then you have Jesus, and you have Jesus, Paul, Jesus, and this new character called Darius, and a few other guys, background characters basically. They go off hunting, not hunting, but looking for Dante and I guess another patrolman that went missing, life and dead as well. And then the Whisperers are down their tail, saying they don't speak, we're losing them. And you catch up and kill them all. So yeah, and I like this picture because it's just like the cover. So yeah, better look at it. So it's similar to the cover. It's pretty similar to the cover. It's not the same thing, but it's pretty similar. So yeah. So they're hunted down basically. You also have one more scene with Sophia and Carl. Seems like they're kind of like on a date, on a barbecue date. I don't know. Yeah, and then you have back to Jesus, and they're like by this highway, and they are attacked by the Whisperers. Here you have this one Whisperer stabbing Darius, right there by the side, basically attacking them, being annihilated, and then this guy says, "You die now," which is pretty funny. Jesus right there, and yeah. I already know what's gonna happen in the next two issues. I read it already. A synopsis, because I just can't help myself. But when I first read this was intense as fuck. Like, was he really gonna die? Because I didn't think they were gonna kill him off because he's so badass. But again, The Walking Dead, nobody's safe. So what's gonna happen? That was my first thoughts. But after I read the synopsis for like the next two issues, I already knew what's gonna happen. So yeah. Overall, it was a pretty good issue. The stuff with the Whispers, it was really cool to see. Pretty interesting. Did Dante die? Did he not? Did he? I don't know. I don't think they explained that in the other two issues synopsis. So yeah, that was pretty interesting. Pretty funny to see some of the development with Carl. How he's trying to have some kind of long distance relationship. I mean, that'd just be funny if like Rick comes like every 3 or 4 issues or something like that in between the two, just to do mail between Carl and Anna or his girlfriend, whatever. That just be funny as hell. Um, so yeah, now Rick's out on the road. Will he die? I really don't know. I forget. Um, yeah, but the development with the Whispers is just completely amazing. Pretty interesting group. You've had in the comic series, you have a lot of villains. You have the Governor, Negan, Chris, Derek, the Marauders. Derek and his group of scavengers, and you also have the Marauders who tried to rape Carl, and now you have the Whisperers, another interesting group. So I think all the villains are pretty interesting. So just some of them are just more interesting than others. Um, Shane kind of a villain, kind of at the beginning. Shane was kind of a villain, maybe an anti-hero, I don't know, but still pretty interesting as a whole. And this Whisper group is just pretty interesting. The way they're developing them is just pretty fun to see. And the fact that they're using this tactic is just, first off, it's gross, it's all hell, but smart. It's gross but smart. So yeah, uh, pretty fun. The artwork by Charlie Adler is pretty well done. It's pretty good, and Robert Kirkman, he does a pretty well job at writing it. And that's expected. That's expected. It's gone 135 issues thus far. 135, 135 issues thus far, and he still has not lost his touch. Yeah, and he's been the writer continuously for the most part. Maybe a featured writer from time to time, not that I know of, but still. But yeah, overall it's a pretty great issue on a scale of 1 to 10. 1 being the worst, 10 being the best, and 6 being decent. 8.5 is the way I give issue 133, Walking Dead, Impending Doom. And yeah, that's basically it for now. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed. I do movie reviews, TV show reviews, and comic book reviews. So definitely do stay tuned for that. Besides that, comment down below on your thoughts on the comic book. Have you read it? And if not, why not? And if you have, what are your thoughts? Comment all that down below. Let me know. Like the video, share on Facebook, Twitter, MySpace, or whatever you guys prefer. And that's basically it for now. This is Daniel Mart signing off.